And now, live from Pod Cabin in Burbank, California, it's the Allison Rosen is Your New Best Friend show. Tonight, Allison welcomes her guest. She's a comedian and podcaster who takes full responsibility for all the decisions she makes in her life, including the decisions that you make in her life, which was her decision, even though she doesn't decide. It's Lizzy Cooperman. Tone Zone is here to tell us how you, too, can get some free crypto simply by walking barefoot through a cemetery. I'm her husband, Daniel, saying hop on board the love bus and say hello to your new best friend, Allison Rosen.
Allison Rosen. Allison Rosen is your new best friend. Allison, with her good times never end. Allison Rosen, doing the wavy pencil dance again. Allison Rosen, Allison's your new best friend.
Hello, my little pumpkin snickerdoodles. Welcome to another exciting episode of Allison Rosen is Your New Best Friend. That particular carbohydrate was sent in on Patreon by Kim Platt. Yes, I am on Patreon. All sorts of fun stuff. There's bonus episodes of The Friend Zone. That's my Patreon podcast. There's a level where you can text me and I'll text you back. There's videos of the Thursday show when we record them on Zoom. There's video extras. For example, I just recorded Daniel doing that intro.
What? Ooh.
Don't pretend you didn't know.
I
know.
didn't sign a release.
You were in the flow and the zone, the flow zone, like the tone zone. And you didn't know, but I did. And then I recorded us dancing, and that will go up on Patreon. I mean, it's just rewards galore. And this week, I'm getting confused. This week, I put up Tony's notes from my Monday show.
Out of here.
Yes, with Joel Stein.
You really can't oversell this. It's just...
I know I can't.
People are grabbing their
I'm
wallets.
trying. I'm trying to oversell it because Tony was the one who said that he enjoyed writing the notes because it included Allison's Bush history and I know you don't know.
Exactly.
Oh, I do.
And otherworldly diarrhea. Just a couple of the notes told a story. And then the episode it was a really good episode.
Wow.
You guys check out the Joel Stein episode and then go to Patreon to read the notes after you listen. I mean, you guys, there's hair on my lips. Lips sounds so gross.
Are you high?
I feel like I am.
Lips.
Oh, one of our children, I don't know who it was. I think it was Elliot, said something that sounded so much like Owen Wilson, either this morning or yesterday. We were late to go somewhere. Now I feel like I'm high.
This is a great story.
I was like, I've got to get it.
This is one of ththose stories you just hang on
I
to.
still want to savor.
One of those family stories you tell every year.
I wish I had a Storyworth ad because this is one that you hand down. Lips. Anyway, patreon.com/Allison Rosen.
Patreon.
Subscribe for a year and you get 2 months free.
That's a good deal.
I have got to move on to tell you this is going to be a great show. Very excited to welcome my guest, Lizzy Cooperman.
Oh my God.
Hello, in person, back in action. You were on a one-on-one in person. You were on a Thursday show on Zoom.
Right. Oh, the pillow.
Oh my
reveal.
God. The pillow reveal was, it was like watching a magic show and a mystery, prestige television mystery all in one. It was so good.
Should we talk about that now or flag it for follow-up? Because I have to tell, there is something to flag there.
Let's flag it for
let's flag
immediate
yes.
follow-up after we say hi to everyone. Jordan Morris was supposed to be on the show with us. However, someone close to him tested positive for COVID. So he's not here. So I just want to... I know. Owen, not Wilson, but Quantz.
Yes.
Have you noticed how frequently he goes, wah, 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 wah?
What?
Yeah, he
I've never noticed him do that.
He does sad trombone.
Where did he pick that up?
Peppa Pig.
So he picked that up organically.
He doesn't do it. He doesn't do all those notes. It's because I'm high. He goes, wah, wah, wah. Something like that. Listen
So
to
he's
your
not
own
doing it
child.
because other people do it.
No, he does it
because he
Heard it on Peppa.
This kid, I tell you.
Yeah. So anyway, but just a quick, I just want to let everyone know Jordan's bolo tie that he wore to Austin for Mythicon or something went over well, he said, and he might start wearing it in real life.
I am so hopeful that he becomes bolo tie guy.
Bolo tie guy. So that's the Jordan update. Okay. Hello, Daniel.
Hi.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Something going
Right.
on your watch?
Just got a text from
The nanny.
from the nanny. That's all.
Everything okay?
I don't know. I didn't have time to read it.
We'll read it because now I gotta, I gotta know. Yeah, great for the show. Well, you do that and make sure that everything's okay. Hi, Tony.
Hi.
Look how early I'm introducing you.
I know, this might be a record. We're still 5 minutes in, almost 6, but that's pretty good.
Oh my god!
I was going to point out that you said when he said flow zone, you said it's like the tone zone.
And your girlfriend's name is Flo.
You didn't put that together, did you?
I didn't put it together.
Yeah. What a happy accident.
I know. Put this in your great notes. Right after otherworldly diarrhea.
Is that short for Florence?
It is.
Wow.
Yeah.
Beautiful. It's short for Florence Nightingale.
Exactly.
That's her full
Exactly.
Her full first name is Florence Nightingale. Yeah. And we had a fun guessing game because Tony said it's an old-fashioned name. You probably won't guess it. And I didn't rise. I rose to rising to the challenge, but I did not
And then
rise.
failed.
What
Yes,
did you
that's
lead
right.
with as your first guess?
Oh my gosh.
I don't remember.
Probably
Stella.
It was an overreach.
It was like Mildred or
Yeah, it was
something.
something like, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like Stella's making a comeback.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yes.
I wonder if names like to us names like Iris and Flo and those names seem old fashioned, but I wonder if to Zoomers names like Jennifer and Stephanie and those names that were Mark that were really common in our generation that you don't hear very much anymore.
Do you know what's so crazy? I not only went to but officiated a wedding a couple weeks ago. It was so
my
fun.
God.
Officiated.
I know. It was wild. But there was a woman there, a senior citizen named Amy. And I just kept thinking, this must be the oldest Amy in the world.
Yeah.
The first Amy, the original Amy. How can there be a senior citizen named Amy? Didn't we invent Amy?
I always felt that way about Jason Robards.
Oh,
Yes.
yes. Was he the first Robards?
Okay. A lot to unpack here. Should we talk about officiating first or should we talk about the pillow reveal first? And also, hang on one second. This is a real mind fuck I'm playing because I just asked questions and now I've got to go to date. Is everything okay with our children?
Yeah. They're just spending a little time. One of Elliot's friends' mom wanted to set up a play date.
Oh, that's cute.
So that was
Yes.
a positive text.
So,
Things
yes.
are happening.
Thank
Play
God.
dates are being made.
Thank God.
Although,
Yes.
what if we don't like this friend? What if
We
this
do.
friend is a bad influence?
They are friends of ours.
Then
One of his friends in the thing he's doing, you can do the math.
I can. Although, why are you being so shady?
Well, because I don't
about
know
it?
if we're going to say the names of kids that aren't part of our family. So.
I feel like it's okay to say the name Jack. Is it Jack?
Yes.
I think it's okay to say that name. There's
Oh,
probably a
now
lot of-
everyone will know.
He's friends with someone
How
named
many
Jack.
Jacks could there be?
I don't know. The only
5-year-old Jack in that area.
I think
Probably
it's okay.
one.
All right. Are we talking pillows first, Lizzie, or are we talking officiating?
Can we talk pillows
Yes,
quickly?
please. Yeah.
Because, okay, so the reason I created, the pillow reveal, for people who didn't catch the pillow reveal, I was house sitting. I'm a perpetual house and cat and dog sitter. And I had a Zoom interview, a second interview for a job. And I just felt like the pillows at the place I was staying at it just wasn't the right combination. The fabrics weren't professional. I wanted it to look like, I honestly can't tell you what was going on in my mind at the time, but like I had a vision for the background I wanted. So I went home and I grabbed a bunch of sweaters and shirts.
to dress the
I
pillows?
dressed the pillows and did like full art direction in this space.
Awesome.
And something happened when I was talking to you where you were like,
I
love
complimented
Yes.
the pillows, and you're like this, and you explained that these this was a faux situation. The pillows did not start this way. And I was like, what?
So that interview, so on my podcast where they have been crowdsourcing my life, one of the options was to apply for a job as a writer at WWE, which is in...
I have a friend who was a writer at WWE.
Wait, really?
Yeah. This is like maybe 10 years or 15 years ago.
Did he live in Stamford and everything? Oh, okay. Because usually you have to move to Stamford and there's like a 3-month trial period.
I don't think.
Wait, this is a real weird confluence of things. Because did you know that I've been having wrestlers on my show, not from WWE, but from a different company? Although I did have one WWE wrestler, but it's this weird direction that my show's taken. Because Tony is a big wrestling fan, and I've become a wrestling fan.
No, we're all
Yeah.
wrestling fans.
So this is
I've watched a ton of wrestling because to prepare for this, I was like, okay, I have to watch the Royal Rumble and like things I had never been exposed to in my life. I have a Roman Reigns magnet now on my refrigerator. I went through some changes. So to get ready for this, I watched all this wrestling. Then I had that interview, which was my second interview. And then later that day was supposed to be my third interview.
with someone at WWE.
Yes.
For whom you wanted different pillows.
For whom I wanted. It's like, I'm sure most of the people they interview, it's like Mountain Dew and a tube song in the background. Like, they're probably not like, well, let's see what the decor is like. Like, she needs to look like she lives in CB2 to work here. But so I did the interview and I thought for sure, the recruiter called me and he was like, they really liked you. It looks like things are going to be moving forward. And then he goes, we just need to set up another interview.
Oh, no.
So a fourth interview.
Wow.
Right, with the creative team. And what's crazy is because I talked about it on my podcast, I had to bury the episode for a while. So there was like, my podcast just kind of goes in order because you hear about how the thing played out. And so I was like, let me just for now hide that.
Right.
Until I've gotten the job, been fired, and I'm spit back into Los Angeles.
By the way, this is so wrestling of you.
Is it?
It's just, it's kind of a storyline.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. So this guy was like my, who's the blonde guy? This guy was like my Brock Lesnar and I had Lesnar.
Lesnar. Yeah.
See, look, they were right not to hire me. Like my Brock Lesnar. Brock
for me.
Resnick. Make him Jewish. And yes, so I was getting ready for the next interview and I just never heard from them.
Did you have the old pillows back? Were they just like, oh, what happened to the girl with the pillows?
Well, the last they saw me was with this pillow arrangement.
Yeah.
They just bailed completely.
Yeah, I just never heard from them. And then I got an email that said...
They just ghosted you?
Yep. Ghosted. And then the recruiter said, we've actually decided to stop hiring at this time. We're happy with where our team is at. But if there are any other jobs that interest you on the website... And I was like what? Being a wrestler? Filling the vending machine? What else am I going to do at WWE? I want to be the janitor. Maybe.
Yeah.
Maintenance.
Sell merch.
They're called maintenance, right? Isn't that the...
I think so, yes.
Yes. And I respect them and their work. To all of the maintenance people listening.
They make it happen.
I hear you. I see you.
Mm-hmm. We're holding space for you.
We're holding space for you. So I ended up not getting that job. And I was kind of looking forward to it because they put you up in like corporate housing. You basically live in this building that has like, a cafe downstairs. I was looking forward to having more of a regimented existence, at least for a little bit, and getting to write and explore that world. But
didn't happen. They went a different direction.
Yeah.
There was a hiring freeze. Now, was this around the time of the Vince McMahon
I was gonna ask the same thing.
changeover?
Yes, that happened.
Because that might have affected it.
Absolutely. Triple H took over. I now know that. Like I would not have been able to pick Triple H out of a crowd. Yes. So it was during that. And I was like, so I'm never going to bring him a Diet Mountain Dew and a power bar. Like there are all these rumors about what he eats. And there's this whole like mythology around him.
About Vince.
Yes.
Yeah, there's stories too.
And the writers used to wear suits to work there. It wasn't like here where people show up with like, mustard stained button-down shirt,
Right.
t-shirt.
Oh, this is fascinating. What kind of, okay.
Yeah, so it didn't happen. I can't believe. I don't know what's weird. I have to say about the podcast so far is that I'm wondering, has it changed my life that much?
So let's explain the podcast for anyone who doesn't know. Please go back, watch the episode with the pillows. It will blow your mind. I mean, when you undressed the pillows,
Now you'll know the story behind it too of what was going on in my insane.
It's brought
Rube Goldberg.
Yeah.
moment.
Because you know how singers, when you ask them about their lyrics, they're like, I want it to mean what it means to you. And I'm always like, no, it adds a layer. For me, it adds a layer. It makes it deeper
Right.
and richer when I know. Now, when I watch again and when I watch Lizzy undress the pillows, when I know what was going on in her mind, it'll be deeper and richer for me. I mean, it really was like watching a magic
You'll
trick.
be
It was
undressing
beautiful.
the pillows
in my
your
mind. Yes.
But anytime I see a pillow, I'm undressing it in my mind.
Lizzy hosts a podcast called, tell us
It's
the
called
title.
Lizzy Cooperman's In Your Hands. Allison
Yes.
was on an amazing episode.
With the aforementioned Jordan.
Yes, with Jordan. One of my favorite episodes is called Death Row or Ocean Flow, and where I was.
Everyone voted wrong.
I know. I was actually, but someone listening, one of the crowdsourcers, aka sorcerers, ended up getting a death row inmate as a pen pal. So is now corresponding with,
Wow.
Okay, good.
with someone on death row. So someone stepped in and took that.
So on each episode, basically you let listeners determine what you're going to do with your life.
Yes.
Each episode, you're like, I'm either going to do this big thing or this big thing. And everyone listens and then they vote and you
Yes.
have to do whatever they decide.
They vote on Thursdays in my Instagram stories. I did have to go every other week because it was actually ruining my life. I mean, I was like, because Friday would roll around. I would have to go do the thing and then have a new episode ready to go by Tuesday. So that's when I would record. And then I interviewed 2 experts, one on both sides. And then I was it was like a full-time job
Yeah.
and I didn't have a job.
Yeah.
It was your job, yeah.
It was a lot. So, but the crazy thing about the WWE episode is they voted against WWE.
Oh, after you had...
Yes. And then I heard from them later and I was like, okay, so I have to make a decision. Either I just say, no, I don't want this, or I just open up and tell them. And I ended up telling them what happened.
Telling who? The listeners?
The
or
listeners,
okay.
yeah, because I actually needed a job and I thought it's kind of in the world of the show and it
Yeah.
might be interesting anyway. Because sometimes I just shut down the other option. That was the one time I was like, maybe I can keep the door a little
Right.
bit open and just because I was curious and I'd put so much into it. You know?
So
I wrote a cover letter.
to apply,
Yeah.
do you just like apply through their website and then they contacted you? And like what kind of questions do they ask in the interview?
So I applied through the website and didn't hear anything. And then someone I knew said, oh, I actually have a contact there. And I reached out to her and she was interested. So yeah, what did you ask?
I was just curious, like what kind of questions they ask in the
Okay.
interview.
I love that you're asking that because before this, I had heard it was really corporate. So I went online and I watched a YouTube video that was like, these are the answers you need for a professional interview. Have these answers ready. And so I practiced. I've never done that before. I usually am just wing it and hope that I leak some measure of charm flows out of my body. I don't know. So I had actual answers prepared. It was the standard, like, where do you see yourself? One question.
For a writing job?
Yeah, because they want you to be fully committed. So, like, I perform stand-up comedy. And so they were concerned, well, what are you going to do? This isn't the kind of thing where, and you also travel every week for this job, they said. Like, it's all like,
You're going to the venues or something? Yeah.
yeah, you're in the ring. I would have had to wear a singlet every day. But so they asked, like, what are you going to do about comedy? And I go, stand-up has been the spine of my career, and it's led me to everything else that I've wanted to do, which is not true. Now I can say that. That's not. The reality is I love performing, and I probably would have tried to find a way to do it. I wouldn't have like snuck out of like, I don't know,
Yeah.
I don't know how I would have escaped.
Time some bookings to wherever you know you're going to be or something.
Right. Yeah, I wasn't gonna like change clothes in a phone booth and then show up at Funny Nuts or something. I don't know.
Right.
So it was kind of a ride, and I also felt rejected. I thought, why?
Right.
And I did all this research. I watched so much. I can't believe the characters, like they have full blown.
And they take them very seriously.
Yeah.
Like a lot of those guys like take their characters like very like to the point that they're like, oh, I really don't think I should lose to this guy. Like even though it's like the endings
just
are
a
predetermined.
story.
Yeah. But it's like sometimes they're like they don't think it like fits the character and stuff. But
I love when you can see someone thinking about, because they're not really actors, and you can see them thinking of their lines sometimes like, well, that's not what New Day told us.
I love that storyline about New Day. Yeah. Now I have a question. The Let It Flow. What was it?
Ocean Flow.
Ocean Flow. Now that was the Steve Harvey one, right?
Yeah.
And here's my question.
Oh, right.
You had to write down like 99 things that you wanted.
300.
300 things.
Wait, what?
What's your batting average right now? How's it going?
Horribly.
Oh, get closer to the mic.
Horribly.
Oh no. Like,
It's
is anything like flowed your way?
my life is falling apart.
Oh, no.
Is at the seams.
Oh no.
Well, I don't know if the podcast has really changed my life. And that's it is meant to be an experiment to see what happens when you let other people make your decisions, but it makes me kind of believe in fate in a weird way because I feel like I'm in the same place,
Oh, interesting.
or even like I've given so much time to this that it's taken away from other parts of my life, maybe. I don't know.
Huh. It's like you're conducting a social experiment, and at a certain point, you can write a book about it.
Right, possibly. And what's happening a week from Thursday is insane, actually.
What is happening a week from Thursday?
Oh my God, I'm like, who's listening to this?
Everyone.
The episode that's coming out on Thursday, the choice that they're making is pretty loaded for me.
Oh, I see.
yes. But when does this one come out?
This one comes out this Thursday.
Okay. So listen to my podcast on Thursday. It's on Thanksgiving, but I'm going to extend the voting Thursday and Friday.
Okay.
Listen and vote because I really need you to help me.
Okay.
Okay.
Are you scared about that one?
I'll give a slight spoiler.
Okay.
I decided to apply for something and I got it. And it is a kind of not controversial, but I'm really sacrificing a lot of my dignity to do this.
Kanye's assistant.
Oh, wow.
It's a seasonal position.
Oh, my God.
So funny.
Are you good? I don't want. I'm afraid I'm going to guess it. Do you want me to not guess?
I don't know. Should I just spoil it? Does it matter?
No, don't spoil it. Don't spoil it.
Listen to the episode because I did get this job and I'm supposed to like onboard this week. So if they vote against it, I'm going to have to be like, I'm so sorry, I can't do this job. But
I'm so excited for you to do this thing that I feel like is going. If it's what I think. This is very exciting.
You're gonna
don't say it
be
though.
An elf at the MAGA Christmas parade.
The MAGA Christmas. Is there a MAGA Christmas parade?
Isn't every Christmas parade a MAGA Christmas parade?
I mean, when you really think about it.
Think about it.
And is the other one sort of embarrassing too?
I don't have the other one yet. So I just have one of the options figured out.
Okay.
And I don't have the other one. I have been really thinking about, for an option, getting a secret pet.
Ooh, why secret though?
Because I live in an apartment building
Oh.
where I'm not allowed to have a pet and I'm dying to have one.
Don't a lot of people have secret pets? Because I remember when I was looking
It's
for
hard
an
to have a
apartment.
secret dog,
It depends what kind of dog.
but they bark.
But see, when I was looking for an apartment in LA, being that I am like an honest person, I remember asking the landlord or the person who I was looking, who had the apartment, saying like, are pets allowed or whatever? And that person said to me, never ask. Just go ahead and most people in LA just get a dog or whatever.
Right.
And I was like, oh, really? Because I had like a more New York, you have to be very above board about things, or else I don't know what. I think the idea being that like the landlord is rarely on the premises and da-da-da. So I got this idea that like in LA, people just smuggle dogs in all the time. I have no idea if this is true or not. I think you should do it.
You know what I'm worried about? The animals love looking out the window.
Yeah.
That's the thing. If animals weren't always just like,
Do.
who's there?
Right,
Who's there?
right.
Like, I feel like there are enough leaf blowers around. There's a
Yes.
maintenance guy who's kind of, you know,
Yeah.
A narc.
always looking through my window in the morning. No, I'm kidding.
Well, but I think it's really hard to evict someone. And so, no, but it's like,
Terrible advice.
The point is like you could get like, let's say you got a dog or cat and they find out about it. They can't like remove it from your premises, and they can't like the process of eviction is going to cost them a whole bunch. It's easier for them to just turn the other way or to
think it's
just
your security
charge you on the back
deposit.
end and get you on the security deposit. Yeah. But it's like, I think you could probably just get away with it.
Now, how would you feel about a secret lizard?
Easy.
Okay.
That's fine.
Easy. Depends on how
one's
big the
gonna have
lizard
a-
is.
Yeah, what are we talking about? Are we
talking
talking
about
like a monitor
Like a
lizard?
raptor?
I was looking at the what is it called? Bearded dragon.
I think those get
Yeah.
really big.
Oh, really?
Maybe I'm wrong.
Be careful with the lizards
full-on-
because like they can be, some can be have personalities that are mean, right? And then some of them they have like a
feel like you're
specific
saying-
temperature that they need to stay. Like don't we know someone who's
A wrestler, Dalton Castle.
Dalton Castle has a
Dalton Castle
horrible
has
story
a
about it.
tragic story of his mom not buying a heating
He
rock
really
for
took
his
it in
lizard.
stride.
He
He
did.
had a what was it? What kind of
I think it was an iguana.
Yeah,
an
I think so.
iguana, and this iguana would snuggle him. It would crawl
into
up
his
and
bed.
snuggle his head, and you're like, oh, and then he's like, yeah, and then it just died, and what, you know.
Oh my God, maybe that's the animal for me.
Maybe.
It's an iguana.
Yeah.
They're
Okay.
sweet.
You just have to be careful to keep it at the right temperature. Or
Again, would
something.
not be able to pick one out of the crowd, just like Triple H. I would not know how do I identify an iguana?
An iguana, or I know, yeah.
I'll name him Triple H if I get it.
You know what are kind of cool, but I think they have to live in water. Are they're called like oxacodals, waxaquaddles. It sounds like that town from Pete's Dragon, Passamaquoddy. It's like Tony, look up. Does anyone know what I'm talking about?
Not a clue.
It's like do you follow, her name is Laurel Bristow. She's a science reporter, and she's been on that podcast Bananas that you were on
cool.
too. And she has one named Rose. It's like called Waxaquaddle or something. It's like
no clue.
O-A.
Okay.
Look, type in
Is it like
something.
South American or something?
I don't know. Type in OAXACOATL and then lizard and see if anything comes up. I think I'm spelling it wrong, but I feel like Google will know. But they live in a tank. Like there's no cuddling happening. It's sort of like it's more fish than lizard, I think.
While Tony's looking at that, I also
Yes.
just say what's on my mind is it's
Please.
hard to figure out high stakes things to do in your life without revealing too much or talking about another
Yeah.
person
Yes.
or
Wow.
like if I meet someone and I want to talk about it, I don't want to ruin
Right.
the relationship
Totally.
or Did you find it?
I think so. Are the little guys that they're kind of cute?
That's
And
what I'm saying.
It's oxalate or
Yes.
OXALATE.
That sounds right.
That's cute.
Yeah. Is it possible for you to show it to Lizzie?
Yeah, I want to see it. Okay, oxalate. I'm going to close my eyes. Tell me when it's ready. Tell me when
You're
computer's
good.
facing
You're
me.
good.
Is it like a salamander?
Yeah, what is
It
it?
looks salamander.
It's wearing like a jester's collar.
Yeah.
Is it a fish?
They call this the Shakespeare of lizards.
They are. Yeah, it says
Very
Says it's
Renaissance.
a reptile.
Oh my God. Okay.
It's not.
I mean, I don't even think that would have to be a secret. No one's coming to find your
Right,
loxoplade.
right.
Oh my
Wait a
God,
minute
honey.
though. There's.
Uh-oh. Is there controversy?
Yeah, because it looks like there's something
Oxalotl.
axolotl.
Oxalotl?
Yeah,
That,
oxalotl. I know. I sense there is some darkness.
This looks like a bigger thing.
Oh.
Is that it?
axolotl. No, that's not cute. You don't want that.
Okay.
All right. Well.
Okay, listen.
I need a
Great for the
I need a
listener.
big
Oh.
risk to take. But I don't
need
want
a
to
dog.
get. I know.
A cat. People like cats.
Right. You know what, though? I am a little scared of toxoplasmosis.
Oh, yeah. You have bad luck with diseases.
I really do.
You should get a dog.
I really do. Yes. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Cats are not okay. That is not.
By the way, she's referring to Lyme disease. I should specify.
It makes it sound like
Right.
you had
Like there's a
but
lot.
yeah, but we
on.
also found out that you had scarlet fever.
When I was young, yes. I just picked things up, but I
She's
haven't
just
gotten
really into
COVID.
Gone with the Wind.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
Scarlet. Scarlet.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah. Yes,
okay.
I get it now.
Okay.
It took me a moment. Daniel,
What?
you had a hot take on Halloween candy.
Oh, I'm so glad. I'm so glad we're stopping the show to get to this right now. Thank you.
Well, we don't have to. It's just you were gonna.
I just
want to
point out something very important, which is that Hershey's Minis, the ratio of special dark is way too high. And if anybody out there can control the levers of the Mr. Good bars and the crackles and the regulars and the special darks, up the good bars, up the crackles, down the special darks.
Are you talking a fun pack or something?
Yeah,
Okay.
the
got it.
Halloween
Family
the
pack.
little guys.
Got
I
it.
swear
Okay.
half the bag I got was special darks, and I'm not loving it. I'm eating it, but I'm not loving it.
Yeah. This is Snack Chat, and
Snack Chat.
Daniel told me before we started. He said something about a ratio, and I thought he was going to give me like some Twitter ratio information.
Nope.
And then he said it was about Halloween candy, and he's like, because he's trained, he said, "Wait, should I save this for the show?" And I said, "Damn straight."
Because we talk about that kind of stuff.
Important stuff. Yes, Lizzie.
Oh, sorry. Keep going.
Are you sure?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Yes, sorry. I'm gesticulating and saying nothing, which is why Allison was like, "What's going on?"
Well,
I'm like brewing something in my mind.
okay,
But
don't
continue.
lose it though,
Okay.
because I want to come back
It's
for
not
this.
that great. Spoiler.
I want to come back.
Like mine was
Okay.
gold, but yes, I'm sure.
I feel like I saw but one crackle. And of everything you
I have
mentioned,
devoured maybe 2/3 of this bag. I've had maybe 2 crackles
So-
and 2 good bars. No regular Hershey's, all special darks. It's truly a crime.
Okay, once again.
Oh my God.
You are gesticulating. Are you sure
I
you
want
don't
to
have
guess.
anything to say?
I am
Okay.
dying to guess everyone's favorite Halloween candy.
I can't handle how much I love that game. I'm bursting out of my skin. Daniel, can you think of anything that I love more than that?
No, you've literally made a whole career out of it.
Because I'm looking at Daniel right now, and
Yeah.
something
getting
came
something?
to me, but I
Yes.
don't know where it's coming from. Maybe
I-
you had a bad experience with this bar that I'm drawing up from your childhood.
People often say that I look like a Kit Kat.
No, they don't. They say Butterfinger.
Butterfingers.
That's what I was going to say.
Butterfingers. Butterfingers.
Is that your favorite?
I was getting a real Butterfinger vibe.
They've never
too
been my
from
favorite.
him.
I used to like
You
them.
got that also.
Yes.
I used to like
But I-
Butterfingers. Stop it.
But hang on. But I'm married to him, and I've never thought that before. So it's like right now he's really serving or giving
You
Butterfinger.
really are. You have a strong Butterfinger energy.
It's my hair. When I go in, I normally have them give me the almond joy, but when it grows out, it's more of a Butterfinger.
Well, let me tell you also what you
Yeah.
were saying. This might also be informed by you saying, "I want crackle. I want good
Yeah.
bar." You want
Yeah.
layers,
Yeah,
and you
the flaky.
but,
Yeah.
Yes, you're going to get a little more structure from a Butterfinger than you will from a crackle.
Has Butterfinger changed its
Formula.
formula a little
They
bit?
say it.
I feel like it has.
They claim
the part
candy
that's like
people.
looks like petrified wood? You mean?
I feel it used to be like denser and crunchier or something. I don't know.
the Kim Jones Mosses who
Is that where I picked this up
yes.
from?
And they also say that Crunch has changed too, I think.
I'm going to go.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, here
This
we go.
is
I feel like something
insane.
a hot
actually
take is coming.
I think you might be more sugar than chocolate.
Ooh,
to Tony.
Ooh.
That was straight on Tony.
Yeah, I'm right.
No, I don't
No,
think that's
you
right.
you hesitated.
Oh, like is he a Skittle?
Well, because my brain, I was like, wait, when you say more sugar than chocolate, I wasn't
She's
positive.
calling you like a
Oh, okay.
Skittle.
You know what? I was actually going to go
Squirtle.
Starburst.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Do
Starbucks.
you like? Oh, damn.
I couldn't. I'm not opposed to them, but I couldn't tell you the last time I had
Wow.
one.
Okay, well, maybe it's time to dip back in.
All right. Well, maybe we should go around the horn.
Well, I don't think we're done with Tony though,
Oh.
because don't we
Yeah.
need to find out what Tony's favorite actually is?
I mean, the listener's gonna die if they don't find out. I'd probably go
Well, can
either.
we guess?
Sure. Oh yeah.
Well,
sure.
give us a clue. Is this a straightforward chocolate bar?
No.
Okay, I'm guessing Reese's.
Yeah, I will accept that or maybe even more specifically peanut butter M&Ms.
Oh,
Peanut butter
that
M&Ms.
coming.
That is.
Oh wait,
Okay.
peanut butter M&Ms.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
What did you think I said?
Peanut M&Ms.
Oh, okay.
I feel like peanut butter M&Ms is a real hipster choice.
Do you think
You know
so?
me.
No, I don't know. All right. Well, what's
Lizzy's
yours?
taking in my essence.
I got yours first, actually.
Really?
But I don't know if it's correct.
I can't
Oh,
wait
okay.
to find
Yeah,
out.
what is it?
Obviously, I don't know if it's correct.
No, but we knew Daniels was correct.
We knew Daniel's was correct.
Okay.
I got a big Snickers energy from you.
She's got a Snickers personality, but I don't think Snickers
Wait,
is.
but don't influence it. Because you're telling her, no, that's not your favorite. It
Well-
might deep down be her favorite.
I think she's already thought of it. Is the thing.
I don't enjoy Snickers. I'm sorry. But I might have but Daniel's right. I might have a big Snickers energy.
You have
Big Snickers is your new
I can see you
nickname.
biting. I can see you pulling. I can see the caramel. Isn't there like a like? I feel like
Probably.
you
You're
would.
gonna be so disappointed when you hear what it is.
Oh my god.
What
Okay.
is-
Necco wafers.
Isn't it like Three Musketeers or one of those?
The disdain.
Because it's just
Oh.
such an inferior
Oh my god,
candy bar.
Lizzie's giving me that disdain
Right?
too.
Is it Mounds?
Oh, I like Mounds.
No, I do enjoy a well, okay, if like my
Three
favorite candy.
Musketeers.
I'm
So
trying to
you
think
didn't
if I
know what
have-
it was. So then, okay.
Well,
so
it's
Snickers
actually
was correct.
it's actually like my favorite candy is probably C's Scotch Kisses.
Well, yes.
But if we're going candy bar
We're
specifically,
going Halloween. What would end up in your pillowcase on Halloween night?
okay.
You mean what did she smuggle into bed on Halloween night?
The honey baked ham catalog.
Oh, can we tell
Trick or
them?
treat with a pillowcase.
Last night, as I'm coming to bed and she's falling asleep next to her, you know how you fall asleep reading something and then it goes here, is the honey baked ham catalog. And I said, honey, you have just been promoted to the next level of whatever this is you're doing. This is new. Now you are honey baked ham catalog in bed level.
Hell yeah.
And it's all
What
very
is
exciting.
that? That's a book of ham.
It is a book
Oh,
of,
they have
oh
a
my God.
catalog?
Are you familiar with honey baked ham?
Vaguely.
Honey baked ham makes
Ham.
ham. It's like, but also turkey.
And all the fixins.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's like their specialty. It's like coated in like this sort of sweet coating.
And then they slice it in a spiral
Yeah.
of ham so you can just peel it off. Yeah.
Wow.
So,
oh my goodness.
my sister and I are in charge of Thanksgiving this year. So we were thinking of getting a turkey from Honey Baked instead of cooking it, just getting it. So I didn't realize they had a catalog. So I had the catalog in my
You
with
simply
me.
had to have one once you found out.
Can I tell you something horrifying I learned about turkeys?
Oh no.
You actually might like it. Too. I don't know. It could go either way.
Well, with a,
To me.
Every one of them is waterboarded before they're killed.
They were turned
Sure.
down by WWE.
Oh my God.
okay,
Wow.
okay, tell me.
These do you know that turkeys have better vision than human beings?
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
I'm trying to write a joke about it actually. And I learned that they sleep in the trees.
What?
What? I didn't know they could even fly.
Yeah.
Is it because
can.
they have such good vision? Wait, what kind of better vision? Like they can see further than us?
I don't know. It just said they have better vision than human beings. Are you researching that?
I will in a second.
I
yes.
didn't Benjamin Franklin want the turkey to be our national bird? I think I put that in the back of my head at some point.
Oh, really?
Yeah. We were almost
They
the
sleep
patriotic turkeys.
Wait, they
Wait.
sleep in trees.
Yeah.
Isn't
you know,
that wild turkeys do? Yeah.
seems like a better place to sleep than the ground if you're a turkey.
Yes, probably.
But like we never see them up there.
But
you
they
know?
see us.
They see us.
Well, I've never found myself in a place where there are
From a
wild
mile
turkeys.
Yeah. No, me neither.
It
So you're going to get us. Oh,
quickly, I just found a thing. Go with it. Modern day literature agrees, and Scientific American states that turkey's eyesight is 3 times greater than a human with 20/20.
That's wild.
60-60.
In addition to their
guess.
incredible visual acuity, turkeys have a field view of 270 degrees.
Oh, wow.
wow. Oh, because their eyes are on the side of their
Yeah.
giblet or whatever it's called. Just kidding. What's the thing dripping off their nose?
Oh, they're
They're Gibbleton.
what is that called? Their comb. Well, not their comb. Is it their comb?
I don't know. No, the comb's on the top of their head, right?
Yeah, I'm forgetting. Their gobble.
What's
Their gobble, not their gobble.
Waddle.
The
They're
waddle. I knew waddle.
Yes.
Oh my God.
So anyway, but
Okay.
I
Wait.
maybe it is a Three Musketeers or a Kit Kat or
Just own it, honey.
Rolo.
It's a Three Musketeers, for
I
God's
enjoy
sake.
Rolo.
Okay, I'm not going to
Rolo.
kick a Rolo out of bed.
No.
Didn't see
That's
that
a
coming.
good candy.
Yeah.
You know, I had a theory for a while that nobody
like a
actually
Milky- a
buys
Milky Way,
Rolos.
too.
That there's some conspiracy to keep them in the grocery stores because I've never seen anyone buy in the checkout a thing of Rolos, but people wrote back to me that they do. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Right now, when you said it, I was like, wow, I have not seen a Rolo in ages.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
haven't thought about him in one.
It's
No,
hard-
we
you don't
only
see
saw
someone just
them
on the side of the road just
in our
popping Rolos.
in our kids' candy
You know,
bag. This
there
year.
were Rolos in
There
their
were some
bags.
Rolos,
yeah,
yeah.
for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so you're
Wait, we got to guess Lizzie's?
Yeah, but we don't have yours yet, which
We
makes
don't,
me
okay.
think that Snickers is correct.
it's probably
Because Snickers is just emblematic of the candy bar itself. And so
I
I feel
just-
like that's default for
Yeah,
anyone who's
it's-
I just
undecided.
don't like
not a
whole
huge-
peanuts in my candy bars. Is
Ah,
the thing.
okay.
she just likes chocolate flavored whipped sugar
So I
And
like
ham.
and ham.
I don't. It's not the ham.
Yeah,
It's
but
what the
those
ham represents.
there was a new candy in their bags this year that was
Oh.
really good. What was it like?
That milky toffee thing.
milky toffee.
Yeah,
things
but
is
that's
really
not
good.
like that's not
A score or something? Remember
oh
score?
Heath. There was like a little
Yes,
Heath. I enjoyed
Heath.
that. Yeah, like a toffee thing.
It's Three Musketeers.
It might be Three Musketeers.
I know.
I am
her.
definitely going to want chocolate after this. I just
Yes.
feel like-
I like
So-
a Milky Way. Does everyone hate me for that?
No, I don't have a problem with the
Milky Way and Three Musketeers are the same to me. Although the dark chocolate Milky Way is not
No.
bad. Oh, stop! You didn't
What's-
guess mine though. Mine is not Butterfinger.
Twix,
Twix is good.
Snickers,
No,
Baby Ruth.
no.
you said Kit Kat, but I don't think.
I probably used to be Kit Kat. No, mine is the regular ass, normal size Reese's peanut butter cup. Not the small ones.
Right.
The ratio's off. And not the thick ones. Or not all the fancy ones.
Oh.
Just the regular.
Mm-hmm.
That is the perfect candy.
I just learned about the thick one.
Yeah,
That's-
I don't think I know about
throws
that.
it all off. It's like the ratio of chocolate to the peanut butter stuff is got to be the normal one.
Right. Okay.
Well, now we have to guess Lizzie's.
Yeah. Okay.
I feel like you've got it.
You do.
I feel like you got whatever you just thought. I felt like you got it.
I thought Goobers.
That's because my last name is Gooberman. Just kidding.
I mean,
Has the
I
name
don't
of the
know what
candy
a-
been said
Hold on.
today?
I don't know what a goober is.
a goober is a
Chocolate
chocolate
covered peanuts.
raisin.
Oh no, that's
the
Raisinette.
Raisinets.
Oh.
Raisinets and goobers used to be together, and then at some point, goobers went away.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh my god, goobers were discontinued.
Yeah. Well, I think there was like a little overlap with peanut M&Ms.
Okay.
You know, and if your thing is pouring them in the popcorn, the goobers melt, but the peanut M&Ms don't. Which, depending on how goopy you want your fingers to be, you know. So,
Right. Okay.
Boy, this is difficult. Twix.
That is correct.
Ah.
It is Twix.
I did it!
She did see it in your eyes.
I felt it.
I
Look at
knew
you.
you
I went
had
with my
it.
gut. Oh my god.
You had it all along.
Girl,
You
you
broke
gotta,
me into like a
I'm clairvoyant.
you gotta believe in yourself, Allison
I
Rosen.
know.
I love a Twix.
Twix is good.
It's a very good candy.
I like every part of it. Yeah.
Wait, are there some,
I even
are there
like
some
there's
people
little
who-
holes in it. Aren't there little
Yes.
holes in a Twix?
Yeah, I think it's where
Yes.
they put in
I like the little
something or
the
other.
little ones too. The little Twix.
The fun size.
Those are fun size. Those are
or
good.
the bite size or the left or the right, whatever
Dipping
they call
a
it.
Twix into coffee or something. Doesn't that sound
Never
really
done
good?
that. That does sound good though.
You know what's this is like one of those like hacky comedian type observations, but like
Then by all means.
when you see those little candy bars and it's snack size, like is the big size like meal size? Like what? Why would they say snack? Isn't it always snack size? It's always a fucking
Yeah,
snack. There's never a
it's a good
situation where a candy bar is not a snack. Okay.
Right. Isn't it fun size though? I thought it was called
They may
fun.
have changed it.
They have
Oh, wow.
also, they have a lot of names going on.
Right.
Apparently Lizzie has a Powerball story.
Oh my god.
Oh, well, okay. Well, now that I've disproven my psychic abilities, it might not be as powerful.
I don't know.
Okay.
And by the way, yes, I remember you had feelings about my doing tarot. I'm still doing tarot
He felt
readings.
so bad about that.
I felt really bad.
Really?
About that. But I don't remember what I said. But it's like I actually do respect tarot. For some reason, I think I made a joke, and
I need to bring my cards next time, and
Yeah.
we'll do a readings for you guys.
I almost ahead of time said, would you be interested in doing readings for us? But then I was like, I feel like that's asking you to do something that you normally make that is like, I feel like that's asking for like a free something or other. And
You just
I
want to
go,
shuffle her cards.
not only do I,
I do.
not only do I respect tarot, I have a dream of one day creating my own tarot deck. Of
Really?
like designing because I love all of the
Oh.
like arcana and everything. So
Yes.
Sometimes-
Okay, you know the terminology.
sometimes we throw things around on this show to be funny and it comes out wrong.
Yeah, he does. If I may embarrass Daniel, he was like, I made a joke and I feel like Lizzie doesn't know my sense of humor and now I'm worried I insulted her.
I just felt like maybe he was a non-believer. Here's
I'm
the
open
thing
to
about
all of it.
I actually do want to do it on your podcast at some point because
should.
that's how people go to my website and they sign up to get readings with me. And so when I do it on podcast, it's actually like people can see what it is, kind of and learn about
okay.
it. It's very
Awesome.
much
Next
just
time.
a snapshot of the moment, but it's great to do at the end of the year to kind of like shut down the year, see what lies ahead. I kind of love it. And also I feel like we had a really potent week with like the blood moon energy and like that crazy Powerball glitch.
Wait, there
What
was
was
a
the
glitch?
glitch?
So there was a technical
I
difficulty.
heard a little bit of yeah. What was this?
I did not
So
know
they
about
were
this.
supposed to. Okay, so the first time no one won, and they were like, "Okay, now the drawing is on." I think Monday. It was supposed to be on
Right.
Monday, and they said we experienced a technical difficulty. I don't know exactly what it was. If maybe like one of the, it was some. I don't know how it works at all, but some location didn't report in time that they sold their tickets or something happened, and everything just got kind of. There was like an energy of things
wow.
getting kind of like tripped up in a way. So here was my experience. I was like, I think I'm going to go out and buy a Powerball ticket. And I was walking down the hallway of my apartment and I go 11:33. And I went to a piece of paper and I went to write 11:33 and my hand wrote 10:33.
Oh, what do you do?
Right.
You know, do you go with the original or maybe two tickets?
Well, I kind of stopped and I was like, why did I write 10:33? That's so weird. And then I just picked some other random numbers. And then I did not win the Powerball, but 10:33 were two of the numbers
Oh, weird.
What?
in it. And not only that, but the number 10, which was the number I did not intend to write, was in there twice. It was the first number and the
That's
Powerball.
right. 10 was, yeah.
And it felt like something weird that I thought
Like you channeled it.
felt like a little bit.
You were feeling 10.
Yeah.
Like
the
I
10
was
came
feeling
out.
Twix.
Yes, like you felt Twix. It came out of me like a Twix. That's my Powerball story. And another thing is when I went in to buy my ticket, the guy didn't know what I was buying. And he was like, today is a horrible day. He was like, people should be ashamed of themselves.
Oh, wow.
And I go, why? What happened? He goes, all these people wasting their hard-earned money. And then I'm like, can I get a Powerball?
It's when you see, it's one thing like if someone goes in and buys a ticket or whatever, but we live close to a place that sells a lot of lottery tickets, and there's a real sort of sad desperation to what happens in that store that I don't know.
There's an energy
great.
to it for sure.
Yeah.
It feels very cyclonic, if that's
Yeah, like they just it's like, guys, go ahead and buy that ticket. Like, I understand, especially if you work in an office. There's nothing worse than working in an office and some of the people buy, they all go, hey, you're going to go in on this thing, you're going to buy 20 tickets. It's like, you have to buy them because in your mind, it's what if they win and you're the last J.O. who's sitting there working because they all quit.
Then you
they
own the
all quit. No, now you're doing all the work because everybody else quit. So you have it's like a insurance against being that loser.
I have to say, I think it's kind of fun. I just started doing it. I only spent $3,000. I'm kidding.
The more, hey, listen, the more tickets you buy, the higher the odds, the better the odds.
Right.
I've never won. I think I've won $2 playing.
Did you know? I didn't know this till Greg Fitzsimmons mentioned this on Childish, that if the store sells a winning ticket, the store
they get a
wins.
piece of it,
Oh yeah, but I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah, the store, and then
Really?
Daniel knew this. Yeah,
But they
it's
also
like-
get a little bit of each sale too. I mean, so it's like a thing they're selling.
right. So I guess the store is heavily incentivized, which is why it's interesting that the guy that sold you your ticket was so frank about his feeling about it.
Well, he goes, I'm going to tell my father to stop doing this.
Oh, okay.
So,
interesting.
It was a family business.
Interesting. Because
Yeah.
it sounds like the stores are heavily incentivized.
Because I bet you people were dropping a lot of money on lottery tickets. That store that sold the $2 billion ticket was like in Altadena or something.
Yeah, because Greg said that he saw he saw a news story. Excuse me.
He got $1
of the
million.
store being handed. That's
So,
a lot.
Here's the thing,
Not
though.
billions, but
So if a store sells a winning ticket, they get a banner and it says, $1 million ticket sold here or $1 billion ticket sold here. It's like, why would anybody ever go to that store?
Yeah,
then?
I was just thinking, yeah.
Like, to
Well,
me,
maybe it's
you want to
like-
hide that fact
Oh.
because is
Well-
lightning going to strike the same place
yes,
twice?
but they
Actually-
say that. Yep.
Yes.
They say that the chances of
Lightning.
No, you say it. You say it,
Yes.
Lizzy.
If you've been struck by lightning once, you have a greater chance than anyone else of getting struck.
But why? Yes, I've heard this too. But why is that? Do you know?
I think that.
Because lightning gets the taste of you. And
Wait. I love that you know that too, Allison. Will you look up why that is? Because I think it's like there's something.
now you're charged. Your particles are charged.
It's really interesting. It reminds
that
me of
what-
the.
But does that happen with
Outdoors.
lottery, though? Is it, do places end up selling multiple winning
No,
tickets?
but I don't think that there's more. I don't think there's any less chance of it being at that store again.
I just think there's so much like superstitious type thinking that goes into it. For me, I would just be like, I want to find that place that sells a lot of tickets and has never sold a winning ticket.
There is a woman. Wish I could remember her name right now, but she's won every drawing and everything. She's like a super old woman who said, when I was young, Pepsi had a contest, and I told myself, I'll win that contest. I just have to write a short poem about Pepsi or something. And she won that, and then she just continued to win things throughout her life.
Is she
She's
like
just
a
lucky.
This American Life?
There was a
essay.
This American Life
Of course, there was.
about a great episode about this Japanese game show, and I'll just tease it. I'm not going to go into it. Where the whole premise was this guy was locked in a room for a year, and the only things he could eat or use or whatever were things he could win out of magazine giveaways. And so he would get all these stacks of magazines, and he'd have to like win like a bag of rice or something. And he did this for a year. God, I don't want to give it away. What happened is so fucking insane. It's one of the craziest stories, and it's totally true. Look it up. It's
no,
great.
give it away.
Wait,
Yeah.
What is it
We don't work
called?
for
I
them.
forget the name of the episode, but after a year, I forget how they did this, but they made him think he was like getting out, and he like got out in quotes, to go right back into it and had to do another year.
Oh my God.
And this is all televised.
How
It's
is
like
this
Big Brother,
legal?
like television. I think torturing people for TV is legal in Japan. Like they do.
Jeez.
And he had to do it again.
another
He
year?
had to do it again. And he was like, it was like going to be this big reveal where he was going to be like, oh, there's an audience or something like that. And it was like, nope, you're going right back in there, buddy. Yeah.
So how much rice did he win?
He ended up winning like a ton of shit. Like,
That is crazy.
yeah. I don't know. Look up the episode. I remember.
Oh my
just-
God. Well, you know what I did for my podcast? One week I had an episode called Birthday Freegan or Moonlight Vegan. Do I become a vegan every day after, at sundown? Or Birthday Freegan, do I try to get as much free stuff as I can on my birthday? And I
Which one did you
did that. They voted Birthday Freegan. And I got a Pizookie from BJ's Brewhouse. I went and ate a Grand Slam breakfast, and I got a Big Mike's sub in a tub.
What is a sub in a
I could
tub?
only eat so much. Oh, it's glorious. So it's just the alternative to the sub, and you ask for it in a
It's like a
bucket.
dinghy.
You ask for it in like a container or whatever. It's a salad essentially, but less chopped.
Listen, that sounds like fun to me.
It's kind of fun to see all the free stuff you can get. Like if you're like, okay, so if I just, sign up for this app.
Right. Allison and we found out that when we were kids, we had the same book,
Oh, yes.
which was, what was the name of this book?
It was like stuff you could.
stuff you can get in the mail for free.
How to. No, that wasn't the name though. It was,
That sounds
or maybe
so
it was.
fun.
Yes.
It was.
Well, this is in the days, because we're old. This is in the days of like carrier pigeons. No, this is when mail was like very exciting.
Yeah. And it was just this book of things you could write away for and get in the mail for free.
Yeah. I
for
just remember
kids.
going through.
It was
and
this
then just-
white book and had a rainbow on the cover,
Yeah.
right?
something like that.
You know what? I think I love when things become a game. It's one of my favorite things just to be like, I wonder, I feel like that is kind of a lottery mentality.
Yeah.
But I do think it's fun I don't know, it was kind of exhilarating being like, okay, what's my next stop? What else am I going to try to get?
Right.
And to find out what you can get. Like, does Denny's still do the free meal on your birthday?
Yes. However, you have to register in advance.
Oh.
Uh-huh. And you can substitute pancakes for French toast, which I learned.
Are you like a secret menu person?
I don't know any. I feel like I haven't earned that.
Yeah, I'm not.
Are
really,
you?
Not really. I know people who get very excited about that, but I don't think I eat out enough to be I'm an animal style,
Right.
that
Yeah.
kind of
How do
thing.
you find out about the secret menu?
Word of
on the
mouth.
internet?
Although now, you can go onto websites
I
and
guess.
stuff.
Or
and-
like Starbucks has a lot of secret menu drinks.
But most of the
right?
secret menu drinks are just you're doing your own substitution. It's
Yeah.
like if you look up the secret menu stuff, it's disappointing because you go, well, it's like a frappuccino, but they put a cookie in it. It's like, well, that's not really secret menu. That's just a frappuccino with a cookie.
An additional purchase.
Yeah, it's an additional purchase. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, but
My thing
Right.
with Starbucks, and I drink Starbucks coffee. I like Starbucks, but I know people who get, and I'm not putting them down, but I get coffee at Starbucks every day. I need coffee to get out of the house. I also don't leave the house, but if I did,
what's one of the things you need to get out of the house?
Yeah. So the people who get this is a question for the people who get their coffee out of the house, who go to get coffee every morning. Is that your first coffee of the day?
I do it sometimes.
Yes. Do you not need a coffee to get going?
No, I do, but I don't find that to be hard.
I see.
Because usually I'll just order on the app, and then I pull up, just get out, run and grab it, and run out. It takes almost no time. There's a Starbucks really close to me too.
Yeah.
So I had a crazy Starbucks
I
story.
like to drink coffee before I even shower.
There was a day when someone tweeted at me something with Steve Agee tagged, and I replied, and he replied.
Yes, I remember that.
And it's like I've never had a Twitter exchange with Steve Agee before ever, and I also never go into Starbucks. And for that day, in the morning we had a Twitter exchange. I went to the Starbucks, and there's Steve Agee.
Wow.
That's great. I've been having a lot of weird stuff.
And he
like
just
that
looked at
lately,
me and he
too.
goes,
Yeah.
10.
Well, no, I went up to him. I'm like,
Twix.
Steve. I'm like,
10
I'm like,
Twix.
Steve, it's me. We had a thing. And, oh, hey, like it.
Right.
And the crazy thing is when they act like it's not that big a deal. It's like, oh yeah, and it's like, but this is like crazy.
Your mind was blown.
A
nice.
couple days ago, I guess not this past weekend, but the weekend before, me and Flo went to a bar near my place.
Tone Zone and Flow Zone?
Exactly.
Oh my god.
And while we were at this bar, I kept thinking that I saw this guy that I know.
Uh-huh.
And it wasn't him. But every time I saw this guy, I kept thinking, oh, it wasn't him. Like 2 or 3 days after this, I get an email from that guy
That is so weird. When
that he's
happens.
having a birthday party at that bar.
Okay, that's crazy.
It was real
You
weird.
know what was happening? So the theory,
Okay.
this is my theory.
No, it's not.
I invented this theory.
No.
Is that time has like a tail. So it's like the future has like a comet, so that there's that's what premonitions are. That time isn't just a point moving forward and back. That it's like you can get a sense of something ahead of it because the motion of time is not a pinpoint.
Yes. There's a book called, I think it's called Einstein's Dreams or something, that plays with time. And every chapter, I think this is what this book is that every chapter, it's like the same story, but told in a way
Ooh, that sounds
in
neat.
which time behaves differently.
That's fun.
And it kind of changed my idea about it. I think that's true. And I feel like that's why everyone is kind of psychic or
Yeah.
things kind of like leak out in a way as like there are holes.
Because okay, I want
Similar
But,
to like the movie He Said, She Said with Kevin Bacon and
that was a good
Elizabeth
movie.
Perkins, right? Where, the first
There was
story
a golden
is
era of Kevin
from his
Bacon
point
movies.
of view. And then
That's right in the fucking that little zone where it was like she's having a baby. He said, she said, and the big picture. What was that? The
Big Picture was so good.
Wait, what about Sliding Doors is another one?
Yes, is another one. I just need to explain.
What?
Lizzie, don't go out and watch. I mean, He Said, She Said, I felt was a very good movie. It's not truly one of the
I'm
movies
racing
that
to
plays
the
with
theaters.
times.
Right
It doesn't
after
really
this.
play with time. It just,
I go grab a Twix bar and take
it's just
movies.
told from his point of view, and then it's told from her point of view, and it's funny
Okay.
to see how different. You see the story twice, and I enjoyed it a lot because it's funny to see how different it is from their points of view. But it doesn't really it doesn't really play
That-
with.
Did
it's
you
not
like?
conceptual.
Did you like the movie Sliding Doors when it came out? I watched it so many times.
I've never seen it.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen it either.
But I
It's
like the
got
idea
Gwyneth
of it.
Paltrow, right?
Yeah, so it starts
Maybe I
out
need to
and
see it
she's
again.
walking down subway stairs, and in one scenario she falls and hits her head, and on the other one, in the other scenario, she catches the train.
Yeah.
and it's two completely different lives throughout the movie.
We saw that Idina Menzel musical, If Then, which is the same premise, but I think this movie is probably better.
Probably better, yeah.
Dina, she's in the zeitgeist.
I know she is.
We're Adina stands.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
nice.
One more thing about time that blew my mind. There's a theory that gravity, and this is not like a fringy theory. This is like a real theory. That gravity is the effect of time on us. So it's essentially like if something is close to a mass, time moves at a different pace than if it's further away. So if like you're in outer space, time moves differently than if you're on the surface of the Earth. Astronauts who've been in the space station, they age, I think, slower than they've done all these experiments, and that's what black hole, the time. Anyway, every single molecule in your body is at a different distance, however tiny and minuscule that is, from the center of the Earth or whatever mass. And so therefore, every single molecule in your body the molecule at the top of your head is moving at a different pace through time than the one at the bottom of your foot. And the way to conceive of it is there's a river with the current is faster in the middle and slower on the edge. And you put a log, like the log's going to bend towards the shore, right? Because the faster one is moving, and that's gravity.
But that's not true of rivers.
Well, if you were to have a current fast on one side and slow on this side, and you were to take a stick and put it between them, the faster side would push Do you see what I'm saying?
Okay, yes.
So it would bend. This side would bend.
Oh.
And that's kind of what's happening with time on. So like in other words, the molecules on the bottom of your foot are moving through time at a slower rate than the molecules at the top of your head. And that force is gravity.
Scroll down and you have the feet of a newborn baby. We sit Daniel.
I don't know.
wears
I
size-
just was like, I don't know. Like
She wears
the idea
size
that-
1 shoe.
Yeah.
And that's how I justify my tiny feet.
Have baby feet. Anyway, I'm just trying to keep things in the
It's so interesting.
the theme of doing a lot, smoking a lot of pot.
Listen. I would like to learn from the world's best minds. And with Masterclass, you can learn from the world's best minds anytime, anywhere, and at your own pace. You can learn how to write songs from John Legend.
Hell yeah.
You can learn the power of personal branding from Kris Jenner. You can learn how to keep your face young and your feet even younger from Daniel Quantz. You can learn how to use your voice as an instrument from Mariah Carey with over 180 classes from a range of world-class instructors. That thing you've always wanted to do is closer than you think. I took a class on writing from Judy Bloom, and it was very inspirational. She almost threw out her typewriter. It was back in the typewriter days. At one point, she almost threw it off a cliff because she got a negative review. And if she had listened to that, we wouldn't have all of those books that
Super
meant so
Fudge.
much. Super Fudge. Are you there? God, it's me, Margaret. Tales of Fourth Grade Nothing. Deanie. Forever. All those other ones. And I think of that all the time whenever someone says something negative to me, like you, Daniel. And also the thing with Masterclass is that there are so many good offerings. I find myself, whenever I look at it, I think there's so many classes I want to take from
The
so many
cooking ones are
instructors.
great. You can take cooking
Yes.
classes from Thomas Keller
Yeah.
and Gordon Ramsay. Is that right?
I learned
Yeah.
how to make eggs
You
with
did?
Thomas Keller during the pandemic. Yeah.
Are they super delicious?
constantly whisk?
Yeah.
They constantly whisking.
It's
Yeah.
so good. I
Yeah.
love that you can learn all this stuff
Yeah,
from
it's
the
amazing.
comfort of your own home. I highly recommend you check it out. This holiday, give one annual membership and get one free. Go to masterclass.com/bestfriend today. That's masterclass.com/bestfriend. Terms apply. All right, guys. I think it is time to say hello and welcome to my new patrons.
Allison wants to say thank you to a couple of special people out there who signed up to be new patrons. Patreon.com/Allison Rosen.
Hello and welcome to Kim Platt. It is just Kim Platt this week.
That's all it needs to be.
And Kim Platt, you are in a class all your own.
God
You're
bless her.
special. You're wonderful. Thank you. I hope you enjoy being a patron. You're the best. Everyone, please sign up. Please enjoy. So much fun stuff. Okay, great. Patreon.com/Allison Rosen.
Patreon.
Listen.
Next week is Thanksgiving, right?
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, we're recording on Monday.
Okay.
So we'll have an episode that comes out on Thanksgiving.
Okay, good.
Yeah. I have been saying it's time to do iTunes Comments of the Week for a while.
They've been piling up.
And it is time to do iTunes Comments of the Week. Daniel, I'm going to give you a couple to read. And they're
Okay.
both a little pause and a little neg.
Allison wants your iTunes comments. Allison wants them, yes she does. Please leave her some iTunes comments and don't forget to click 5 stars.
Oh, I see. When you say a little pause, a little neg, you mean they're both a little pause and a little neg.
That's right.
Interesting. Okay, here we go. Bitter coffee tastes good with lots of cream and Splenda by P.K. Yama. I started listening to Allison on her other podcast with Greg Fitzsimmons, and I found her voice grating and annoying at first. Same. But after listening to Childish for a few months, I found that she's like bitter coffee. Her creamy, sweet guests Wendy Molyneux, David Huntsberger, Betsy Sidaro, etc., are the perfect complement, and she becomes so addictive. Before I knew it, I was downloading all 3 of her podcasts and listening almost daily. So give it a try and listen to more than a few episodes. It takes a while. Tell me about it. For her to grow on you, but it is worth the wait. Allison is extremely witty, humble, vulnerable, and so honest and willing to share. Qualities that I wish for in every best friend. That was getting nagged a little in there.
I appreciate.
They read the game. They're like, I know what I'm going to say, Allison.
I appreciate the 5 stars.
Yes.
I appreciate that you pushed through my grating voice. And look, I like that they ended up, and I feel like I'm really turning on the grate. I like that they ended up feeling addicted and needing to hear this honking, braying voice every day.
She didn't say braying, but
No, it's implied. Yeah.
it's
And the
implied.
next one, I mean, really, I've been thinking about it.
Okay.
It really gives you a minute to think about.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Allison is great and likable, but by blah blah 101. I wish she hadn't adopted the Adam Carolla ranting persona some time ago. It doesn't work on a woman. The blowhard shtick, it gets exhausting pretty quickly. Makes for quantity over quality content. Anyway, enjoy. Makes for quantity over quality. I see. So the blowhard is just filling. They're saying when you do that, it fills up space.
What
with
are they
quantity,
talking
not
about?
quality.
Maybe they meant quantity.
Ooh, I like that.
That's right. Quantity over quality.
When did I adopt that? I don't know.
Are you ranty?
I don't think so.
I don't know. I can be a little, but I don't
But they're
know
not.
about you.
Yeah, but it doesn't work on a woman.
I don't feel like you've adopted the ranty persona. How do they put it? Yeah, ranting persona. I don't feel like that's your brand.
No, I don't think so. So for a while, that one sat in my head, and I was like, "That more hair in my lips."
You know what? It's because you're wearing like a cashmere sweater.
That's why.
Yes.
That's why.
You know what I did earlier?
And lip gloss. I want to
Yeah.
give people a picture. These aren't long, black,
Oh,
wild eyebrows growing out of her mouth.
Thank you.
These are gentle wisps of cashmere
Yeah,
on her
probably.
luscious lip gloss.
Or our
Thank you very
dog's
much.
hair.
No, I think the picture Lizzie painted is correct.
Very expensive cashmere. Just ending up
Expensive.
in your mouth.
And you know what I did? I shaved my cashmere sweater with one of those sweater shavers earlier.
Yeah.
Have you seen those things?
I can't believe the things people do. How do you find time to? You're so busy and you're shaving cashmere.
I know.
What?
I truly do it all, Lizzie. This was a quarantine purchase.
Okay, got it.
It was like, I don't know, somewhere between $10 and $20 from I don't know. It was one of those, I have time on my hands. This looks like a waste of time. I'm going to waste my time shaving fuzz.
Was it effective?
Yeah, because there were all these little little balls of fuzz and pilled
You're
up.
like, but I forgot to do the knees. Just kidding. I always forget to shave my knees,
Yes.
legs, and then be like, oh, there's like a full garden.
Yeah, I mean, you have to be careful
I have
because
cashmere knees.
you can make holes in the fabric. I went a little too wild with some of my other things,
Okay.
but yeah, it did work. I put it on level 1 and it did work. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah. So I couldn't figure out what this guy was talking about. And then I all of a sudden did, and just to get a little too real for a moment, I was like, wait a minute. For weeks on end, I did bitch about Tony going on tour at the beginning. And it was a little ranty, a little blowhardy.
But I feel like when you do it, it's a little tongue in cheek.
Of course it is.
It's not. You're not like.
Oh my God, of course it is. The
Right,
whole
you're-
thing was totally tongue-in-cheek.
Right. It's very rare when you go on a rant that is heartfelt.
None of my rants are heartfelt. The whole thing with me complaining about Tony going on tour, Tony, the whole thing was a joke.
This is what she says when I'm sitting. You can tell me later what she says. When,
I mean, it didn't seem like a joke, honey.
No, that whole.
Because when the mics would go off, you'd keep talking about it while you were having a cigarette.
A hole in the wall.
While you're having a cigarette in the green room.
I remember when Tony was on tour.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I met you.
Yes, and I was talking. Yes, that whole thing was like an extended. Honestly, if I could get very real for a moment.
Oh boy.
Here we go.
Yes,
I had my way of always starting the show when Tony was here, and then without him here, I'm like, yeah. Now what do I do? Oh, I know. I'll just talk about not knowing. I'll just talk about. It just became like a crutch. But, a very creative, artistic crutch. And then I started building on it because I was amusing myself. And then I hit the point of like, only someone who's not actually affected by it would feel this comfortable being this emotionally vulnerable. And then I was having fun with that jag. And then I like hit a point where I'm like, okay, well, I think I've reached the end of this. And he also returned from tour.
Right. Apparently a lot of people had reached the end sooner.
Oh, they reached way sooner. But it was never serious. But I suppose maybe that's what the person is referring to. But I still don't think it was ever actual Corolla. I never saw it as being a blowhard who was ranting, but that's the only thing I can think of.
The thing about Corolla's rants are that he means it so sincerely.
Yeah.
That I always thought before I met him that it was like the way I would do a rant, which is like I'm sort of joking, like it's sort of ridiculous to be complaining about this stuff. It's small potato stuff, and it's funny to get real worked up about something that doesn't matter. No, that little stuff that he gets worked up about, he really like it. Really bothers him. It's
Like
kind of.
what?
Like what he gets real upset that people don't run left-hand turn signals when they're red. Like if you pull up to an intersection, it's got the arrow and the to go left. If you stop at that red, it drives him crazy.
Why? But it's red.
It really makes him angry.
Yeah.
He has a theory that you should just blow those.
Oh.
He also hates flavored coffee.
But it's like that kind of stuff. Yeah, flavored coffee. Like it pisses
flavored creamer.
Pisses him off. Anyway, I think that key difference
Do you know
is
what's so
important.
crazy? I was at the front. Oh, sorry. Are we reaching the end of the show and I'm just adding?
No.
I was at a stoplight downtown that was a red arrow turning right. And I was the first in line at the light and it never changed. And there was a long line behind us and I could see a policeman kind of like staked out. And everyone's like, go. And I'm like, the police is right there. And then eventually I was like, call 311. I did. I called 311. Oh. No one answered. Of course, no one's going to go, I'm sitting at that stoplight controller right now. The exact street that you're intersection that you're at. So I blew the light. I ran a red light
and the cop didn't do anything.
No.
Well, I think if they're facing you, they can't see if the light is red.
That's I never quite realized that either because it seems like they should be somehow omniscient.
Right?
No, they should on their special.
It was stressful though. I was like, okay, I'm gonna do this.
Yeah,
I'm gonna turn on a red arrow.
Did you buy a leather jacket the next day?
Oh yeah. Oh my God, I got a tattoo of an arrow on my arm. It says I'm was stupid and it's pointing at me.
Oh my God. So
or I was stupid where it just points to your crotch.
Right.
At my parents' house, they used to have like these 8x10 of it was like my senior picture and her 8th grade picture or something like that, or my 8th grade picture and her 4th grade picture or whatever. And so I put a Post-it note that said I was stupid and an arrow pointing to her, and it stayed for a while. But then she took it down finally. I thought it was pretty fun. Yeah. She didn't appreciate it as much. Lizzy, do you have a Just Me or Everyone?
Do I have a Just Me? Oh, you know what? I completely forgot it's part of that show, but I do think I have something.
Okay, think about it while we listen to a song.
Okay.
Sometimes I ponder on something I have thought or done. Is it just me or everyone?
I believe your last one was about how you can't drive if your jacket is
Oh yeah, I
confining
cannot.
you, right?
I thought about that the other day. I was like, I can't believe I'm driving in a cardigan. Like I was actively driving. I'm like, I'm still wearing it. And I kind of freaked out when I realized that. It makes me feel imprisoned.
Yeah.
You know what? I actually talked about this on Daily Zeitgeist, so I'm sorry for
That's
crossing
okay.
streams here.
Right.
I hate when women say, "I'm so sorry, I'm a monster," if they've left a dish towel out on the counter.
Yes.
It makes me feel like, what am I?
Yeah.
Like I am beyond
much
monster.
worse.
Like I don't even know. I'm starting to get kind of like, can we stop acting like, I forgot to refill the Brita. I'm a monster. It just sets like such a bar.
Yeah.
Yes, that's crazy.
I'm only saying women because I've never heard a guy say it before.
Yeah.
That it's like, oh, we're all supposed to be living like, yeah, like we've got the right pillows for the job interview.
Right.
like we're supposed to be living like on display or something
Right.
and ready for guests at any moment.
It's funny. I mean, we don't live like that. But
Not at all. But
it
yeah.
feels like the era of my grandparents when it was like, my grandmother, I think, actually went to finishing school. Like she learned, how many, how to put the silverware on the table and all the different ways to entertain and everything like that. And it's funny to think that people are still like that on some level.
How many people are going to say that when they don't have a gravy boat next week?
I mean, right?
I don't have a gravy boat. I'm
I'm a monster.
Well,
I think we should just.
everyone should have the gravy, but
Everyone needs to relax.
Yes.
yeah, and also it's like we're all human. It's okay, It's
Right.
to stop.
But if you forget to spray the pan with olive oil,
You're a monster. You guys, this was so much fun.
I loved it so much.
Thank you. Guessing everyone's favorite candy highlight. I just love a game. I love a game.
Same.
Yeah. So I loved it. Listen, if you would like to leave us a comment, whether it be a little bit rude, but mostly nice or all nice, leave us a nice comment, click 5-star. I don't mean to, I'm not the boss of you. You can leave whatever kind of comment you want. Click 5 stars on Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen. Follow me on social media at Allison Rosen on Twitter and Instagram. I am also on TikTok. Believe I'm the Allison Rosen over there, or Allison Rosen BF. No, I can't. Find me on TikTok. I'm on there. Allison Rosen's in the name. I think it's the Allison Rosen. And I'm on Cameo. I mentioned Patreon. Listen to my other podcasts, Upworthy Weekly and Childish. And Lizzy, where can we find you? What should we look out for?
Please listen to my podcast, Lizzy Cooperman's in Your Hands. Go to LizzyCooperman.com if you want a tarot reading. Shut down the year the right way. And there was something else and I'm forgetting. At Lizzy Cooperman, I already said. If you live in Eureka or Humboldt, California, please come see me at Savage Henry Comedy Club, December 9th and 10th. I'm going to be driving out there. I'll be fresh from a 10-hour drive with my Tintern, who's my intern I met on Tinder as part of my show.
Oh my God, amazing.
He's incredible. I put a picture of myself with a bloody hand, fake bloody hand, and I wrote, "Be my comedy intern." And I got responses.
You can do that on Tinder?
I found out you can.
Wow.
I think I'm the first person to do it. So he's called my Tintern and he's going to come with me and record my shows and stuff.
That's amazing.
But please come see me up north because it's going to be a really fun show.
Oh.
Intern. I love that.
I'd love to go up there, though.
Yeah.
Northern California. Am I next?
You're next.
You seem to have checked out.
No, I'm right here.
Well, you can follow me at Daniel Quantz at Instagram.com. Also Twitter, but who knows how long that's going to be around. And I don't know, start a subreddit about me. Do something fun with your life. Shoot. Maybe we should start a Discord or something. I don't know. Is that what people do? Who knows?
Look at you, full of
Write,
ideas.
write my name down on a piece of paper and think about
Now
it.
that I can handle.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, yeah, I'm on Mastodon, too. Go to Twitter to find me on
Can you
Mastodon.
find people on Mastodon?
It's impossible to find them.
Yeah.
I tried to sign up and it was like, which group do you want to be a part of?
Yeah. It's apparently it
know.
doesn't matter which
Okay.
one you do.
Oh.
I'm Mastodon.party, but just because I could sign up for that one.
I just want to say thank you to everyone who voted
Yes.
blue. Not if you voted red,
Yeah.
but if you voted blue, thank you. Thank you to everyone who told me that you voted. It warmed my heart. I feel better about life.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, we didn't even talk about your bread pudding mission. We'll talk about that later.
Oh my God, bread pudding.
Oh, I feel like I saw something about that.
Yes,
Is that
I posted a
I'm on a mission to replace pumpkin pie and pecan pie with bread pudding for the Thanksgiving primary dessert.
I'd back that.
Thank you,
primaries?
sir. Yeah, no one.
There's room for all of them. Tony, what about you?
Not really.
Twitter and Instagram.
Tony Thaxton.
And Bizarre Albums every Tuesday. And I will be playing 2 shows next week. One on the 22nd at the Sardine with both of these are with Jonah Ray doing his punk Weird Al songs. Sardine in San Pedro on the 22nd, and the Zebulon here in Los Angeles on the 23rd. And also, I just want to publicly thank Allison for calling me the glue of the show for you.
Oh,
That's what you said, right?
I must have tuned out when I said
No,
that.
I'm pretty sure that's what you're getting at when you said you were so used to talking to me and I wasn't there. And so,
yes.
yeah. It's like I read between the lines.
Well, you're welcome.
Tony,
Yes?
what is the best drum?
The
Like,
best
of all the
drum?
drums, what's the best one?
Oh, your favorite.
I mean,
Is it the one that goes pock pock pock, or is it the boom
snare?
boom? Yeah,
yeah. I mean, I'd go the snare drum or the bass drum
yeah.
would be
solid choice.
Yeah.
There you go, folks.
You angling for my job?
I'm just saying, we got to break some news on every show. We're getting to the end. Now you can say, gold record winning drummer, famous drummer, reveals the best drum.
Wow.
All right.
Oh my God. It's time for me to end the show. I thought we'd already ended. Thanks for listening. Wait, oh, fuck. How do I do this? Thanks for listening, everyone. I love you. You matter. Goodbye.
Hey, do you know about the Allison Rosen show? We had a good time, but now we gotta go. Yeah, Allison Rosen is your new best